So the last web question sort of stole the idea here from the 2023 paper, where we're going to do a navigation structure, but we're not doing it as a more traditional one off a description. Instead, we've got screenshots of the 4 pages, and we're going to turn that into the navigation structure. So spacetelescopes.com is an amateur astronomy website showing photographs from space-based telescopes, tells the history of different telescopes, and hosts news articles about space. And we've got 4 pages. So you see here I've got, it tells me up there what they are also. They're in there. So this is the way of telling the pages apart when I'm going to do this in the navigation. Now if I look at the links, so we've got home on homepage, that's on every page. So all of these pages are linking back to home. They're all going to link back to the home page. And then we've got a link to images. So images is going to take us over there. Hubble is going to take us to that one. And web is going to take us to that one. Right, so I can work out what links are on the pages. There is one other link in here that's maybe not as obvious. It's not as eye-catching, it doesn't jump out. So we've got kind of a navigation thing with links up top, we've got a paragraph and some pictures. It says hover over one of the images for a description, so there's no links there. Hubble, we've got just a picture and some text, there's no links there. But this one, there is a link. It says click here to visit NASA's homepage. So that is going out to an external link. So we've got a navigation structure. Now, when you had this, it was kind of, this bit was all blank. You were given the home page and the NASA page. But I'm going to fill the rest in. So just to make these a bit bigger and a bit clearer, we've got double arrows here. These pages are all linking to each other because we can see each one has got a link that's going back to home. So they're all going back the way to the home page, as well as home going to them. This is the external link for the NASA Webb Telescope homepage, but you can see where this is coming from. Quite often when you've done past questions, you've got an external link coming off the homepage, but that's not what we've got here. So my external link is coming from the Webb page, the James Webb page, which means this one. So it's going over here. And the other thing is, it's a one-way link because it's external, so it's a one-way arrow. It's not linking back. So internal links here have double arrows, but this external link only has a single-headed arrow. Close-ups from 2 of the pages are shown below. The image page uses interactivity. Now, when you see interactivity, that should be making you think right away about JavaScript, because that's how you are going to make a page interactive. Looking at this, what have we got? Well, looking for issues with consistency. So consistency between the pages. Well, look at where the links are. So if I go back, it's even further. They're all over on this side, and this page, they're all way over to one side. Now, even if I just identified off these 2 that they're different, then that would be okay. So that's on the wrong side. It's right aligned, whereas on the other one it was left aligned. Other thing here that jumps out with consistency is the font. So it's a different font. Keep in mind that if you're doing this in an exam paper, then it's going to be black and white, so it's unlikely that there's going to be anything that's kind of inconsistencies with colour, for example, because it would need to describe what colour it was. It's not a colour page that you get in the exam. So, got a different font here compared to here. So, the link section, the alignment is different. One's on the left, one's on the right, and we've got different font on the images page. We've got this external link, so on the Hubble homepage, and it says similar to the one on the web page. So we need to look back at the James Webb page, and this is the link that we're trying to emulate. So it says click here to visit NASA's homepage for the James Webb Telescope. The actual link is just this bit that says click here. If you've written, to access whatever, and that's after the link, then that's fine, so long as the end of the link is here. This is the address, and then I've got click here, so that's the bit that is the same as James Webb page. Now that I'm reading that out, calling it the web page was possibly not the best idea, because that's a little bit confusing. State the language in the event used. Well, it must be JavaScript, because JavaScript is what makes it interactive. On mouse over. The only other one that you know is on mouse out. And then we've got folders here called Space Telescopes and Gallery. Complete the code for the pillars image. So this is a bit like the 2022 question, where there was an image that it already had IMG, SRC. You're not just to write pillars.jpg, you're doing gallery in there. So where is gallery coming from? So let's look at it. The images page, gallery. So this is the images page here. This is where we're starting off, right? This is our starting point. If I want to refer to pillars.jpg, it's in another folder, so it's in this gallery folder. So I've got gallery, that's over here. So it's a gallery folder, which means that it's gallery / pillars, because I'm in this folder. That's where I'm going to find it. State 2 reasons why the nebula image might look different. Well, let's look at the nebula image. I'm just going to change my pen colour because it's a different question. So the nebula image down here, well, it's a GIF file, which is different from all of the others. So a GIF file is going to be lower quality, lower colour depth, something like that. And the other thing that might be different about it, what else do we know that might be different about a GIF? It might support animation. Seems the obvious one here. So if the others are all JPEG, they're not going to be animated, whereas this GIF, that could support animation. So that's why it might look different. Because the others are JPEG. So that's this practice paper. Some of it, particularly software development, was more kind of original problem solving. I'm going to go back and fix a couple of typos that I've only noticed while I was doing these annotations anyway. And then I'll share this with you guys as a Google Doc.